21 political parties and 5 independents are contesting by-elections in the Thabazimbi municipality in Limpopo.
405 candidates are participating in the election for 23 council seats.
Now, at least 57 voting stations are open for over 51,000 registered voters to cast their ballots.
Some residents who are voting in the by-elections say they want a corruption-free municipality which will provide better services.
Residents are voting for councillors in all 12 wards as well as proportional representative councillors.
A hung council emerged after the 2021 municipal elections, but it was dissolved 2 months ago.
The Independent Electoral Commission says parties in Thabazimbi have until Friday the 6th of December to file objections on the by-elections.
Let's take you to Thabazimbi now, where we find SABC News reporter Pimani Baloyi, who is monitoring the by-elections for us. Pimani, good afternoon to you. Thank you so much for your time. Let's get the very latest on the ground.
Good afternoon, Bongiwe. The very latest on the ground, Bongiwe, coming to you live from the results center. It's mounted in the town of Thabazimbi, where the IEC says everything seems to be running smoothly. They are saying that every station opened on time at 7 a.m. and they are hopeful that they will close at 9 p.m. They're just saying there are some polling stations, one in Northern Kraus Primary School, which we visited in the morning. That's an area where they recorded some of the highest number of voters who would be visiting that polling station, and another at the SASA offices, which we came to you live from last night, Bongiwe, stating that they also anticipate that that might also close a bit later on, which they say might hold up the counting processes. They say at around 9 p.m. today, representatives of political parties will be visiting this result operation center, where they will start working on, ensuring that when the results are brought into the facility, they are verified and they are seen to be the same as what was brought into the center from each and every one of the 57 polling stations, which currently are polling stations, but in the evening, after voting is done, will be turned into result centers, result counting centers to count each and every vote before it's brought in here for verification, and then it's put up in that leaderboard so that every political party that is contesting can be able to view what is happening. But Bongiwe, as you rightfully stated earlier, the IEC says everybody who is contesting this election, the 5 independent candidates and the 21 political parties, can lodge objections should they have seen anything that is not within the allowance of the IEC regulations. And today, earlier, we spoke to one political party, the Thabazimbi Forum for Service Delivery, which says it's in the process of lodging an objection, stating that they saw members of the ANC who also happen to be members of the provincial executive, MEC specifically, going to certain political party polling stations, according to them, and distributing T-shirts and also campaigning inside polling stations. We have spoken to the ANC in the province to inquire about this, and they've denied all of this, stating that as a party that is contesting the elections, their members are allowed to enter polling stations, but they would not go against any IEC regulation and campaign inside polling stations. They've also denied distributing T-shirts. We've also spoken to the IEC about this objection, if it has officially reached them, and they said it still hasn't at this point. So the TFSD telling us that they are still working out how they will be sending through that objection, but they are disgruntled about that, Bongiwe.
And Pimani, this speaks about, the political parties that are contesting here, deploying some of their top leaders as well in a bid to secure the votes. And it speaks about the significance of this by-election for them and how seriously they take this municipality, especially ahead of the 2026 local government elections.
Yes, Bongiwe, that is exactly what this speaks to, because Bongiwe, as you may recall, this is one of 2 municipalities in Limpopo that were hung after that election in 2021, the other one being the Municipal. So it's very significant. The ANC, throughout its campaign, has been saying it wants to regain its ground here because it lost it about 2 elections ago. But with the DA being the second party here, also saying it also wants to grow its majority and be able to govern on its own. But speaking about political leaders coming into this area today, we have seen the Secretary General of the Economic Freedom Fighters, Mr. Marshall Dlamini, also being in the area, being part of the team that was brought in to monitor this. But we've also seen other parties, your Labour parties, also senior leaders in such parties coming to the area to ensure that everything runs smoothly. But most of them have told us that they are not necessarily here to campaign because they are adhering to that code of conduct that they signed with the IEC to say that the campaign period ended last night at midnight, but they're just here to ensure the smooth running of this by-election because it is indeed very significant and it will have far-reaching implications, not just for this province, but nationally, Bongiwe.
All right, Pimani, thank you very much for that update, and we'll continue to track the story through your eyes. Appreciate it. That was SABC News reporter Pimani Baloyi, who is live for us in Thabazimbi, monitoring the by-election there.